Right now, around 80% of the carbon footprint of a typical egg can be attributed to the feed that hens consume. And the primary culprit? Soya. It's a vital source of protein, but it comes with a heavy environmental cost. Roughly 60% of the carbon footprint of an egg stems from the use of soya in layer diets. The real issue lies in deforestation. The production of soya in regions like Brazil is linked to deforestation. The reality is that the vast majority of soya being imported into the UK and Europe has not been grown on land deforested in recent years. However, supply chains cannot currently segregate between soya that has and has not been grown on deforested land. So, carbon accounting rules mean that all soya from South America is classed as deforestation linked. Thanks to the kind generosity of my sponsor, the McRobert Trust, I set out on a journey to explore how the use of alternative proteins can drive down emissions. My journey took me across 8 countries, from the prairies of Canada and America to laboratories in Europe, and sustainable soy initiatives in Brazil and Argentina. On my travels, I investigated 4 main categories of alternative protein that I believe could revolutionise poultry feed: grain legumes, industry byproducts, insect protein, and single-cell proteins. Each offers exciting possibilities, but also comes with their own set of challenges. Faba beans have emerged as one of the most promising. They can be grown locally, which cuts transport-related emissions, and thanks to their low input requirement, ton for ton, faba beans boast a carbon footprint 25 times lower than deforestation-linked soya. However, faba beans don't have the same balanced amino acid profile as soya. They also contain several anti-nutritional compounds, which can negatively affect hens' health and performance. Industry byproducts are materials from other sectors that can be repurposed for animal feed. During my travels, I investigated several byproducts that have great potential, from biscuit meal in the Netherlands, as well as processed animal proteins and dried distillers' grains in the US. One of the challenges with using byproducts, however, is their nutritional consistency. The feed's composition can vary depending on the source material, which means producers must constantly monitor and adjust the feed formulation to ensure it meets the hen's dietary needs. During my travels, I visited Kipster, a low-carbon, high-welfare egg brand who are embracing the use of alternative proteins. Their hens are fed on a diet that includes processed animal proteins, as well as biscuit meal and other alternative proteins. By far, one of the most exciting alternatives is insect protein. Insects, particularly black soldier fly larvae, are incredibly efficient at converting low-grade organic waste into high-quality protein. The challenge with insect protein is regulation. In the UK, we're currently not allowed to feed insect meal, and the cost of production is too high, mainly due to the capital required to set up insect farms and the energy needed to run them. Most insect protein today is used in pet food or aquaculture, but within the next 5 to 8 years, we expect it to become economically viable for use in livestock feed. Lastly, we have single-cell proteins, which are derived from microorganisms like bacteria, yeast, and algae. Some of the most innovative research I encountered involved using carbon dioxide from power plants to grow these microorganisms, turning greenhouse gas into a valuable resource. It's a revolutionary idea, transforming CO2 into feed, but it's still at the early stages of development and scaling. Now, you may think, great, let's switch all hens to these alternative proteins and stop using soya. But it's not that simple. The reality is that no single alternative can replace soya completely. Instead, what we're looking at is a combination of protein sources. This adds complexity to feed formulation, and it also raises costs. Switching to alternative proteins will increase feed costs, so premiums will need to be given to producers who adopt them. This could come in the form of differentiated egg brands that emphasise their low carbon footprint, which can already be seen on the shelves of several retailers. Despite the challenges, I'm optimistic. Development in alternative proteins is underway across the world. Achieving net zero in egg production won't be a quick fix, but by integrating alternative proteins from homegrown legumes to innovative options like insect meal and single-cell proteins, we can reduce our reliance on soya and make meaningful strides towards more sustainable operations.